I want to speak to you not as a journalist, not as a news anchor, not as an editor, but as a fellow Indian who watched yet again 25 innocent lives wiped out in a place where they had gone to celebrate, to dance, to breathe, to live. And while the families were collecting the bodies of their sons and daughters while smoke was still rising from the ashes of that Goa nightclub, two men, the owners of Birch by Romeo Lane, Saurabh and Gaurav Luthra, were boarding an Indigo flight to Phuket. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, just a few hours after the fire at 5:30 a.m., they quietly checked into an Indigo flight 6C1073. Surprisingly, this flight of Indigo flew, ladies and gentlemen. And by evening, when the lookout circular was finally issued, they were already sipping coconut water on a five-star hotel, I'm told in Phuket. Let me ask you, what kind of conscience allows a man to do that? What was the government doing? Why was the LOC delayed? When 25 people, 14 staffers who worked under them, 4 tourists and 7 yet to be identified, lost their lives. Because fireworks allegedly burst inside a packed wooden structure you run, which had broken the rules. These people left. They didn't stay back. They didn't assist anyone. They left. Tonight, I will ask these same questions to people who need to question the government. We have Savio Rodriguez and from Goa and YG Madhuvanti with us this evening, who's pro-BJP. I think she's with the BJP intellectual cell in Tamil Nadu. I don't know if she's live with us. Is she live with us? Because I don't know. I don't know if I have the guests with us. I have a news report on this. Let me run a quick news report. Then I'll open the debate. Yeah.
A club that didn't even have approvals. It was meant to be demolished, but corruption kept it alive. 25 lives were lost inside the Birch nightclub. Over 20 of them died inhaling the smoke. The excise department is under the Goa chief minister.
कौन कौन सी परमिशन थी और किसने परमिशन दी थी, उसकी पूरी इंक्वायरी की जाएगी. फायर सेफ्टी नॉर्म्स, बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन नॉर्म्स फॉलो किए हैं क्या नहीं, वो देखे जाएंगे. और जो कोई क्लब ओनर्स अभी हैं, उनके खिलाफ अरेस्ट वारंट जारी किया है. उनके बाकी मैनेजर्स और बाकी उनको ऑलरेडी अरेस्ट कर चुके हैं. और उसकी मैजिस्ट्रियल इंक्वायरी करके जो कोई गलती मिलेगी उसको बिहाइंड द बार्स हम करेंगे.
The government has arrested everyone from the manager to the security guard. But the Luthra brothers, who owned Birch, took a flight 8 hours after this fire to Phuket.
आपको अरेस्ट कर रहे हैं हम लोग. मैं बोला अंजुना पुलिस स्टेशन में. तो मैंने उसको पूछा, सर जी आप कौन से बेस पे और क्यों और कारण क्या है अरेस्ट करने का, रीजन बताओ मुझे. तो बोलने के नहीं, हमको ऑर्डर आया है अरेस्ट करने का.
They left on an Indigo flight nearly 10 hours before the state government moved a lookout circular. The state government and the police are answerable for the 25 lives lost. Did they give time to the Birch brothers to just flee India?
YG Madhuvanti and Savio Rodriguez, I think defending the government and questioning the government. Vijay Sardesai is Goa Forward Party Chief and Subrashta. Now, Savio and Vijay, I want you to start the debate. Vijay Sardesai, we are now told both the Luthra brothers have left the country. Yeah. They left on an Indigo plane, international plane. I have the number also at 5:30 in the morning.
Yes. It's surprising that Indigo is taking people safely out of the country when they cannot take people within the country. Everybody is missing their weddings, their people are stranded on the airports. But I would like to congratulate Savio, who has been BJP spokesman, for having been very forthright and calling whatever that has happened in Arpora as a murder, and that it should not be sugar-coated as a tragedy. So at the onset, I would like to welcome this openness of Savio after long, and the fact that political influencers in Goa are ruling the roost, that all such illegalities are happening in Goa because of haftas being received by the ruling party. The chief minister seems to be well aware that there was an illegality happening. He is now taking action on people who have allowed this illegality to continue. But how did such a big club, which was not hidden, but well within all, in full sight of and well advertised, how was it going on if it was not going on with the tacit support of the state government? It is not only one such club. I have in the assembly also exposed yet another club called a Clara restaurant in Bagator. On the 17th of June 2025, there has been a show cause and it is pending demolition
So
by the
this means
same
that corruption is still there. The point is, Mr. Sardesai and Savio, you see, we are told BJP there is no corruption. Now, if there's no corruption at the very top, it's not the point. Without corruption,
Yes.
how did the club operate without a fire department NOC? No functional
No, there is
alarms.
full corruption.
Which means
there
there
is
is
only corruption.
So that means there is corruption, Savio, and I think you must talk about it.
corruption. This is the most
Arnab,
corrupt government that Goa has ever-
Savio, nobody breaks the
Vijay,
rules with impunity and
so-
makes a lot of money without paying off someone.
Arnab, let me give you a perspective into this entire incident that has happened. The government right now is taking the right step as far as the tragedy that has happened and the necessary steps that need to be taken to ensure justice. But sadly, while I defend this government and I continue to support the BJP, I am greatly disturbed, Arnab, because what we are doing now, should have been done before. Nobody in the government, in the administration, was able to check this particular nightclub, which is running for over 2 years. Nothing of this nightclub has been in place. So while we are taking the right steps now, and that's what I defend
Was
the
somebody
government
paid off
for.
earlier? You, the chief minister, is not answerable?
Of course, the
Subrashta?
chief minister is answerable.
Arnab, I think actually Savio needs to be complimented for the kind of position that he's taking. We also need to understand that, of course, we need to hold politicians for all, accountable for all wrongdoings in a state, especially like Goa, where so many tourists visit. We must also not spare the bureaucrats. Savio is not only right in calling this a murder; it is an organized crime. If such kind of nightclubs operate, it just cannot happen because some politician wants it to happen. It also happens because bureaucrats do take kickbacks, because bureaucrats do compromise on rules and regulations. We need to figure out who actually was responsible for all these kinds of rules that were violated and kick them out. I don't think
too
we should
late.
be sympathetic at
What is the
even
accountability of the minister, in this case the chief minister, Madhuvanti? Who is the head of the excise department?
The
I'm
chief
taking a
minister is
moral-
the head of
I'm take-
excise. The chief minister is head of the home. That is the problem, Arnab, and that is why I wrote a letter to the prime minister.
But why is this not a
because we
central
demand
issue?
justice.
Why is the central government not
demand
stepping in?
justice, Arnab.
Why is no action taken? It's been dealt with at a local level.
This issue was raised in the assembly by a BJP MLA, and it was pointed out that it is pending demolition and long dates are being given by the Directorate of Panchayats and by the CRZ authorities under the environment. The Minister for Panchayat answered to the calling attention or to the 0-hour mention, and yet 6 months later no action has been taken because everybody's palms were
So we
greased.
start with Indigo, we go with
the
Birch
local
Brothers
MLA
fleeing. What
says
is the
it is because of
accountability of the main government?
Of course, it was raised in the assembly.
Yes.
By a ruling party MLA. This same
Madhuvanti?
case of Birch.
I think my co-panelist here has very rightly said it was raised by the ruling party MLA, which means there is transparency in this government.
No
And
transparency.
no.
The minister
Let me
took
finish.
money.
I was very patient all the
Sack
while.
the
I haven't
minister.
spoken.
The minister, Movin Gudino, answered the calling attention, but did not take action because he must have
This
taken
is what
money.
I'm saying. You're not letting me speak. I'm saying yes. I am not trying to defend the fact that such a big mishap has happened, or neither am I trying to defend the fact that the Luthra brothers have escaped. Both need to be looked into, and the system delay needs to be
Looked into,
corrected, like
1
Subrashta
minute,
rightly said.
did we take the same line Madhuvanti looked into? In this case, Sandesara brothers fled. Of course, they settled the matter now. Mehul Choksi fled, Nirav Modi fled, Vijay Mallya fled. That was
But at least
Congress
this
time.
government is taking steps
Now
to bring
Birch
them back,
brothers
no?
have fled. What has changed?
But a lot has changed because this government is actually taking steps to bring these people back. And this government has issued a lookout notice, which itself would have not
After
been the
they
case
have
if it
fled,
was
they've
the
issued the
UPA.
lookout notice.
That is what I'm saying. The system versus a politician, like Subhrashra ma'am rightly said, there is a lot to be corrected. We are not saying that we are absolutely in the right, and we are not trying to say, oh no, nothing has gone wrong. All I'm trying to say is you cannot just blatantly blame only the government.
No, but
Or a
I say that who else do you blame but the government?
Government should have taken action when their own MLA had raised this in the house.
The whole
Why did the
fact
government
that the
sleep
MLA
over it?
raised in the
Now,
house
you know how
itself
many
shows the
people go to
transparency.
Goa in the New Year season,
Absolutely.
and how many such, these tents are put out? What are the safety standards?
No, there are more
Absolutely, I agree.
steps waiting to happen. There are more murders waiting to happen. I know of a case called Clara in Vagator, which is pending demolition for the last 6 months. But no
But
action is
you're
being
only
taken.
talking about the last 6 months. You've not worried about the last 50 years that happened in Goa.
50
You're worried
years,
only
you
about
forget,
the
you
last
can't
6
blame
months
the
forever.
Congress. You can't blame
How
the
come you're
Congress
not able to
for
make
this.
a
Investigating this, what a
mention about those
tragedy.
things?
Don't talk
What a
about
tragedy. Flyers are stranded.
Nothing to do with
But the
50 years.
Birch brothers get an Indigo flight allegedly to fly out of the country. The lookout circular comes out later. People die, no accountability. People are troubled, no accountability. Flights don't take off on time, no accountability. It's ridiculous.
And the local sarpanch who had passed a
Absolutely
demolition
ridiculous.
order
We are tracking
was
this,
arrested
ladies and
by the-
gentlemen. I thank you for watching tonight, for your support in all the stories and investigations we do. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.